We are back, ladies and gentlemen, in Division 7. And currently we're having on the left side Damned United going up against the Storm Noobs. Game number 1 in the best of 3 series. My apologies for the Heroes logo overlapping the countdown. We're going to fix that in the future, but we had a couple of changes to make. But yeah, Division 7, always a pleasure, always a lot of fun. So let's see what Damned United and the Storm Noobs are going to do here. Now, I checked the profile of a couple of players, and what I have seen so far was a lot of Silver League players, and a lot of players that don't play Hero League, but just play as a Team League team. So we're going to try and check that out. Over to the right side, it is what you do in Division 7, Hammer, Asmodan. They are a problem. They definitely are. So you need to ban the Hammer out. That's the first thing. That's how you start this. Hammer Morales, can't have that. And let's see what we're having in terms of strategy. I'm actually excited for this. And we casted the Storm Noobs in the past, actually. Right now we're having Diablo coming in as the next ban. That's actually someone that we see a lot. So not only in the pro scene do you see Diablo banned out, but also the heavy focus on the front lines and the tanks in Division 7 of Heroes Launch. And with Heroes Launch, we are of course now also seeing Mal'Ganis banned out. There's a general hate right now against Mal'Ganis. I don't think I've seen him in any of the Heroes Launch games that I casted. I think weeks ago there was one where he appeared on the map, but outside of it, he's just a continuous ban every single time we are looking at this. So let's see what we're having from Damned United. What they want to get rid of. Deckard Cain. I can understand that. Considering how many insane 5-man, 4-man sleeps we've just seen recently in Division 7 games, that you want to get rid of Deckard Cain is actually... yeah, I'm supporting this. I completely understand that choice. The Deckard Cain plays have been crazy. But yeah, now it comes up to the first pick. And we've seen a lot of Tyrande, but with Infernal Shrines, I'm actually a little bit excited to see what happens here. Kel'Thas! Alright, Kel'Thas first. As you do, give me that immediate convection. Are we going to get a Mana Addict in a proper Kel'Thas build, or are we going to see another one of these greedy convection builds that actually have worked out the last time that we saw it? We're seeing the double picks coming in on the left side for Damned United. And I don't have the foggiest of what they're going to do here, to be honest. I mean, you would think, ooh, Varian. That scares me every single time he appears on the map. Is it going to be the Twin Blades, or what are we going to see here? Could have seen a Tyrande with him. We actually had the other day a Varian Tyrande combo where they were trying to go for immediate bursts against heroes, which I absolutely like a lot. And the last time we had Varian played was actually in Division 7 with Taunt. The problem was there was no follow-up to the Taunt. So the idea was definitely there. But yeah, Alexstrasza of course gets added value on Infernal Shrines because of the way the objective is shaped. We are seeing very similar advantages to running a Stukov. If you get a Gravity Lapse through, for example, and then Stukov with a Silence, that can really be a bit of a problem. Johanna in as well, added Wave Clear, and a little bit control that we have with that. Of course, if you go Blessed Shield, you can start with a Blessed Shield, Gravity Lapse, Stukov Silence. There's a lot to happen. But I would still like a little bit of sustainable damage for them. And we have Phoenix banned out. I haven't actually seen Phoenix in quite some time in any game outside of what we've seen at BlizzCon, for example. But now in the next ban round, I would be worried about... I guess they're not playing a double support. We've seen some, so banning Tyrande is not really necessary. It's still interesting to me that with a Varian, you're not even considering Tyrande here. So more likely to see a ban on the DPS, I'd say. Yeah, and Gul'dan is taken away. So attempting to win the mage battle, setting the world afire here. Whereas to the left side right now, there's a couple of chances for Damned United. I mean, you want to have some burst damage, right? If you're playing a Varian, especially if you plan on going into Taunt, which I'm not quite sure if they're going to do that, but if you do, then you would want to have a Jaina, a Li Ming, maybe Orphea coming in again. But we had Orphea actually from from the Storm Noobs in the past. And they're going for Blaze and Genji. That's not really too bad either. I mean, you have Blaze for the offlane, he's great. Can help on the Shrine a lot too. So you're playing Varian in the main tank role, Genji. But you still need something that packs a bit of a punch there for sure on the last pick. Shouldn't really be an issue, there's still plenty to choose from. Over on the Storm Noob side in this game, number 1 now. Reyna, Jimmy, where's Jimmy? Jimmy usually a high priority pick, I'm still waiting for him. Thrall and Arthas. Ooh, heavy frontline. I mean, Thrall can help you with the damage output. Arthas isn't too bad either, but having only Kel'Thas in the backline means it basically means we're not going to see convection, right? Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, that could be rough. If you go up against that Varian, Blaze, Genji, if you step out of position just once as Kalthas, you are minced meat. That's definitely, it's going to be tough. And there's the Liming for the follow-up on a Varian taunt, if it comes through then. Alright, boys, the stage is set. Game number 1, Infernal Shrines. Damned United goes up against the Storm Noobs. And we are in Division 7 of Heroes Launch.gg, the amateur scene in Europe that is now also present in North America. So let's jump straight into the game. Game on, everybody! Karim Dell on Alexstrasza for Damned United, Beso on Li Ming, Daomega on Genji, Shadow Surge on Varian, and Lebo on Blaze. On the left side of our game here in Division 7 of Heroes Launch, Rupert on the right side for the Storm Noobs. At the front line, Mystica on Kel'Thas, and of course he goes into Convection. Thrall played by Cataclysm. We have played on Arthur's, as we've seen him in the past. Auto-attack build for him, Eternal Hunger. And we have Stukov played by Elena. I gotta admit, with the amount of games that we're casting in Division 7 lately, I'm starting to become more familiar with the Division 7 players than I am with the Division 1 players of Hero Launch. That's basically what's happening here. Already the brawl in the middle. Only Arthur's at the top, but there's the stacks coming in. Yeah. Mystica venturing out really far, though. If you are in front of your two frontliners here, it's a bit of an issue. They played that, by the way, before. We've already seen them with a very similar setup where they went into Trash Lightning with Thrall and had him in the 4-man rotation and set Arthas on the offlane. I'm pretty sure we saw a similar composition of them before. That definitely happened there. Disregarding the rest, let's have a quick look at remaining talents. I mean, Lion's Fang on the side of... Lion's Maw on the side of Varian. So going into the quest talent, we're still having new habits taken with the regeneration globes for Blaze. The general rule of thumb in Division 7 is, if you can take a quest talent, you take a quest talent. That's the rule of thumb. That's what we're usually going for, because quest talents are awesome, you get a reward, there's something happening, so that's oftentimes the play. 3-man commitment to the camp. The one lane to the top lane, nothing really too exciting is happening there just yet, but down here they are already trying to go for the camps here. And I'm curious to see the follow-ups from Elena on any kind of stun, especially gravity lapses that we could see. And of course the more interesting part for us is also, will Kel'Thas die? Is Kel'Thas actually able to get his quest talent completed? Or will at some point Shadow Surge go in, drop a taunt, and Daomega gets the kill? Always assuming he actually goes into a taunt, because, well, the meme blades are still an option. And we also have, of course, Smash. Smash is another one. The last time that I can remember that we had Convection taken in Division 7, it was completed pretty quickly, actually, and did quite decent work. The problem is your sustainability, of course, or your survivability drops when you don't go into Mana Addict on level 1. In the moment of truth, we have Taunt. Shadow Surge with Taunt. So now it's really a play between Shadow Surge, Genji, and Li Ming. Once the taunt is in, you want to make sure that Genji follows it up with the Swift Strike. If Li Ming also adds the damage, so he gets the reset and then take it from there. And it is a double reset combo. You're looking at double resets if you can pull it off. So that's the thought process here. Thrall, by the way, also going into the quest talent here, going straight into the Frost Wolf pack. So we're going to have a bit of a closer look at how well he does with those. Camp taken as the first shrine gets activated up at the top, and Shadow Surge is still looking for a flank here. And again, Kel'Thas needs to be very careful with this. And in the top lane, not really too much has changed. I mean, Blade has taken a bit of a beating. Looks like Lebo also tapped at the fountain at some point. Has still full mana and everything, so I expect that to be happening here. But the rotation is now happening. The shrine is already active for a little bit. Nobody really cared about that. But here comes here comes Blaze. Elena and Stuka was trying to frontline it for a second, but here comes the taunt against Blade. Nice follow-up! And the immediate kill. Arthas goes down, and look at Damned United. What an execution. Shadow Surge with a taunt, a beautiful follow-up from Blaze, and then Genji comes in, Li Ming helps out, and the kill is secured. Well done by the blue team. opening the game up with a bang. Another taunt, another kill. It looks like it. Genji goes in and gets it, and that's the reset on Convection. You can't be this close to Varian. He's gonna taunt you, and he's gonna drop you. The double resets are there. Genji with a kill, and now Convection is going to become a liability. The blue team taking the control of the shrine towards the top, and they're looking strong doing it. Well played by them thus far. And they still have also the camp in the mid lane, which is going to put more pressure onto the gate here. We're having Khaldor starting to make his way back to the top left, but they're also lacking the level 7 talent, and that means that Li Ming now has Calamity. And with Calamity, there is more damage coming out whenever there's a taunt coming in. The dragon being used, they go again for Arthas, trying to take him down here, but the backline, the kill, and again, down goes Khaldor. Genji, Da Omega just wrecking them. Elena in trouble, and she falls too as Stukov gets annihilated. And all of a sudden the Storm Noobs are in a world of pain. Genji goes in, gets the kill, and gets taken out. I'm a little bit confused by this one. What is that? Are we actually going to see some rage quits? I don't think so. Genji actually died. Genji died. How did that happen? He got the kill shortly after he got the Swift Strike through. That was a reset, right? I'm honestly confused. He must have gotten the reset. So why didn't he jump out? Did he not get the reset? He must have. So I'm not quite sure here. So our game so far is very heavily tilted in favor of the blue team, who now have 5 kills against 1. We're having also here in the mid lane right now still the remainders of the Khaldor camp doing a little bit of work while we're waiting for the rest to reconnect. Gives us a bit of an opportunity to actually talk about talents here again, because let's take a closer look. We're currently having 0 stacks on Convection. Big problem here for him. Then again, through the fight on the Shrine, as you can see, Thrall completed his level 4 quest and is completely done with the Frostwolf pack. That means he has the cooldown reduction that kicks in through that. That's going to be great for him, because he can, for example, go later on for the Alpha Wolf on level 16 and get some synergy with this. He's not doing too well on the Crash Lightning, though. That is another bit of a problem here. You have Crash Lightning only on 7 stacks. Arthas is doing fairly well with the Internal Hunger. Then again, he was alone at the top lane against Blaze, so could have maybe stacked this a little bit more aggressively too. We're still seeing the Circle of Life with 12. We have the Lion's Maw on 14. And we're currently seeing New Habits on 11. So very likely that they're going to complete a lot of it just in a sec, because once they complete the Punisher here, they're of course also going to get a couple of additional regeneration globes. We have 24 now against 7, with 2 heroes still dead, and especially Rupert on Johanna still extremely low. There's basically no real chance that they are going to make another play for the Shrine itself, so we're going to see them in an attempt to just simply defend against the Punisher here, but they've definitely taken a little bit of a beating, and it also reflects, of course, in the damage output, as you can tell right now. Thrall with the poke is so far getting the most bang for the buck, but Li Ming with 8,600, like, she followed up on a lot of this. Only 1 kill, and that was a kill against Genji after that double that we had, but here comes the first Punisher. It's only the first one, but we're gonna keep our eyes out for that. Khaldor's, of course, speccing full into the Flame Strike. If he ever gets Convection completed, that is going to increase his damage output significantly, but so far things are not doing too well for them. And especially that Varian play onto Khaldor is dangerous. Mystica needs to stay farther in the back. Punisher helping with the wall, as we're seeing Genji and Blaze moving from mid to bot lane. There's the completion already on the quest for Blaze, as we said. He is going to get a few additional regeneration globes through the objective alone. And down to the bottom of the map now, Cataclysm and Lebo, it's just like trying to push the lanes out. The problem is, if you have actually Thrall dealing with the wave clear, it means at the same time that you are not going to get any stacks for your Crash Lightning. And he really needs those stacks. There's the taunt, alright, moves away. Trying to go in, but they saw heroes coming from the top, and they're trying to play this safe, at least for now. Okay, I'm game for this. We are looking at level 10 abilities pretty soon. Bezo going up against Blade. Now, I'm not quite sure if that's really needed. It feels more to me like we should see Blaze making the rotation here again. Both of the teams going again for the camps. Shadow Surge, are we going to see them try and use the taunt again for a setup? They're nearly level 10. That's something that the red team needs to keep in mind. The Storm Noobs are actually starting to chase Varian. Okay, gets a few hits here for Mystica. He gets a few more stacks, but again, miles away from completing his quest talent. They need to be careful. There's level 10 now. Level 10 is here. Lifebinder, Disintegrate being used. The X Strike. and they need to be super cautious with this. Okay, put some pressure onto Genji, but they can't stay here. They really can't stay here. Blaze comes in, the taunt, and the kill against Kel'Thas and against Stukov. They asked for it. They really just sat there and were like, please kill us. And they actually engage into it. And once the level 10 is ready on the opponent's side, you need to get the hell out of there. And they kind of didn't do that. So, yeah. There comes the attack. Level 10 ability is nearly there for the red team. And I mean, the Storm Noobs can still come back into this, but it's going to be a bit rough. They're level behind already. Blaze hasn't taken his ult yet. We've seen combustion in this league. We have seen combustion. Unfortunately, our players still seem to have a few issues, but I would not be shocked to see Lebo commit to combustion and not go into the bunker here. Bunker would be a great tool for a lot of these fights, but the combustion plays are strong in Division 7. Now that the level 10 abilities are also about to drop for the red team, what we could also see here is Pyroblast, for example. Syndragosa has made a few appearances in Division 7, so if they think that they can force big fights on the Shrine, that might be the play. Could even see something along the lines of having a Phoenix plus Syndragosa plus an Earthquake being used from them, trying to go more into a wombo combo approach than anything else. And Johanna would be shocked if you're going to see a Falling Sword, but it's not really out of the question when you're looking at Division 7. It's definitely something that can still be played here. So before we're jumping into it, let's take a quick look at potential stacks. 0, of course, at this point for Kel'Thas. It kind of feels bad, but I mean, he's asking for it a little bit. He needs to play safer with this. If you go into Convection over Mana Addict, it's always a questionable choice. It's a very questionable choice when you're going up against Li Ming, Genji, and Varian. But they were trying to make the play anyways. If you do that, and you rely on those melee heroes at the front, then you have to stay in the back. You have to be patient. And he's a bit too greedy right now. Thrall, on the other hand, still struggling to get stacks together for the Trash Lightning. He's sitting at 9 currently. Still 7 for Arthas. Didn't get too many Ds through either. And that leads us into the next Shrine in a few seconds. Here's the Earthquake, Phoenix, and Syndragosa. Yeah, kind of as predicted. So they're going for a bit of a wombo combo aspect. And Blaze is still teasing us. Blaze has not committed to level 10, so it's likely that we're going to see combustion. Why else would you do that? Oh, Genji trying to take down Cataclysm at the bot lane, and he gets wrecked. He might not be the only one. 1 stack for Mystica. Where's the Gravity Lapse when you need it? It's not here. And Elena missing the hit. But the Shrine is now activating, and they can definitely take down here the camp. Rupert is helping out, not anchoring the play here, saying, guys, we have to rush this a little bit, so make sure that we get the camp and then move into the middle, and that's what they're doing. It's still 17 seconds, all the time in the world to set this up. There's not going to be a level 13, but I like this. I'm a fan of this. Even on the silver level that we're seeing here, you see the teams committing now to the Shaman, willing to drop a few seconds. Combustion, by the way, has indeed been picked, and the Shaman camp is going to make some headway through the top lane. Alright, Mortar Punisher, and there we go. Hold that R button ready. The captain of the team probably going through voice. Press R when I tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the fight as we approach the next Shrine. And they're looking for it. Oh, the Blessed Shield is missing! Phoenix, everything! And the kill against Kel'Thas again. Syndragosa is not hitting anything here, as we are seeing everybody destroyed. Down goes Stukov, Kel'Thas dead, Thrall dying, Blade falls, and Genji is just zipping around, and it's a 5-man team wipe in favor of Damned United. And they are... they're taking 12 kills against 2, and they're just wrecking the backline. And in the meantime, up to the top, this is happening as well. Genji, it is just a wet dream come true for him. He's just zipping around here, and he's having so much fun. He's going to have to change his pants after this game, I can tell you that much. I mean, that guy is enjoying this way too much. Getting kill after kill in here, just zipping through. And unfortunately for Kel'Thas, he died again right there. That's a Mortar Punisher. Blaze is also working on another camp. Top lane fort has fallen. That means catapults on every third wave are coming into that lane now. And in the middle, we could see a very similar picture, because I imagine this fort could fall as well. Already, Thrall a little bit low, Wind Furying out of it. Phoenix is on the ground again. They're trying to defend here, doing pretty good with that. But this integrate the entire time, putting the pressure in. And Genji is low, or he would already look to engage here. Here comes the jump. Backline, a lot of pressure onto Khaldor. He takes the entire mortar damage, and Genji wants him. Genji with the X strike, with the... Oh, and he gets him. Goes down, and so does Stukov. The Reckoning. Rupert, no, he falls too. And they're getting another near team wipe as only Blade survives. Genji is thinking about following through, but he doesn't do it just yet. If you have children watching this, shield their eyes, because this is not legal in a lot of states in the US here. This is brutal. This hurts. Their families. No! Genji! Genji! Ah! Hashtag worth it. Gets the kill. 17 kills to 3. And now the pressure through the bot lane. Damned United. And damn, do they currently dominate this first game. Oh boy. Oh boy. Genji, by the way, dying now for the second time. But I mean, worth it, right? Gets the kill, and that's all that you need to go for. Down here on the other hand, are they going to get a counter kill? Blessed Shield comes in. Here comes the damage. Here comes the money. And here comes the kill. Even an Earthquake committed to. Better safe than sorry. Let's drop it and put the name onto the board here. 4 points, 4 kills against 17. And they got the kill. Let's take a look at Khaldor. He has 1 stack. You gotta start somewhere, right? Khaldor with a stack. 15 on Thrall. He's getting there slowly and steadily. Arthas also needs 1 more to complete his own quest. But when it comes to quest talent completion, the blue team is doing very well. Damned United is doing great. In terms of level 16 talents, we're having the Mirror Ball taken for Liming. So even more damage on point if she can follow up on a taunt here. The level 13 talent, Backdraft. Again, I'm a little bit cautious on the backdraft call, because that's something that we've seen in the past as well. I'm really not the biggest fan. I really think going into something like Pyromaniac helps you a lot more. But as we can see here, backdraft for him, 13 for Johanna, trying to get a little bit more AoE damage around her. And, well, for now, it's just a question of how do they play it in the next team fight, because catapults are massing on the lanes. They're 2 levels behind. They've been getting wrecked in these fights, and they need to A, save Khaldor, and B, try and get some kills, preferably against someone like Genji, of course, who is just wrecking them in these battles. It's a tough time to be a fan of Damned United, of the Stormtroops at this point. Damned United is just looking way too strong with this. Might be part of the composition, but things are not working out for the red team. The game's not over yet. We have seen crazy comebacks in Division 7, and this might be another example. But already the blue team looking for additional kills, and they can now go into that shrine with an additional talent. How are the Stormtroops going to play this? Are they going to try and fight for it? Talent disadvantage be damned? And yeah, they are looking for that fight. They're saying like, yeah, you might be 2 levels ahead in a talent too. We don't care. We're going to give it to you. Moving in. Blaze is not here though. They don't know that, but it is at best. They are still engaging. They go for a 4 versus 5. Fair enough, and they're winning it! They're winning the 4 versus 5. They take down Stukov. They go straight in. Blaze is back, and now it is going to be Cataclysm. Actually, Genji goes in, and Thrall is down. Genji with a Blaze. Blade takes the camp on the other hand. Khaldor is down as well. So is Johanna, and Liming is just going to whoop, whoop, whoop. Get the Calamity through and kill everything inside. The double reset combo just destroying. 22 kills against 4. But the real winner is Arthas. You know why? Arthas stole the camp. And if we learned anything from Division 7, it's that all that matters is if you get the camp or not. And Arthas got it. So it's a moral victory. It's a moral victory for the red team. Kills be damned. Who needs kills? Camps win games. That's how you do it here. Up to the top lane, talking about camps, we have 1 camp actually starting to pressure the keep. And this one is getting defeated. Khaldor still not getting any convection value. And ladies and gentlemen, again, go Mana Addict, please. Every single time you play Khaldor and go convection, Mana dies a little bit inside and sheds a silent tear in France. Every time. Every time you go into convection on his boy Khaldor, Mana gets sad and starts cursing in French. It's just what it is. It's just how Heroes works. Big pressure in the bot lane. Taunt coming in, combustion value, and a kill against Stukov and Arthas. Both down. And Rupert also dead. I mean, this is the day to be a Genji player, right? He is zipping in, he is zipping out, he's getting kill after kill. Li Ming doesn't even know what to do with all their spells. It's just like they don't have cooldowns anymore. Everybody's dying and getting reset after reset. She's having a fun time here. 19 versus 16. Just look at that kill count. 30 kills in this game. That means we have more than we have 2 kills per minute basically at this point. It's a slaughter as the keep falls, the core is attacked, another kill as Thrall falls. And this is it in game number 1 as we see Damned United taking the lead in this best of 3 series. What a game by them. What a game and what a lead into this match. GG and well played. Damned United taking the victory. Game number 2, everyone. VOLSKAYA Foundry. Our second map after Damned United had a damn strong game and a damn strong performance on our first map, Infernal Shrines. So let's see if the draft is going to reflect that again. I'm actually curious if the Storm Noobs make a few adjustments. That double reset combo with the variant for Damned United definitely did work. And the approach of having, well, Earthquake together with Syndragosa and Phoenix wasn't really quite what did the trick for the Storm Noobs. Having the Convection Kalthas in there that never really got more than 5-6 stacks didn't help either, so we're gonna see if there is gonna be a new tactic or strategy coming from the Storm Noobs for game number 2, or if the Damned United is gonna go into this and just takes it. Diablo banned again. They stick to their pattern. I mean, they don't really have a reason to change things right now. The first game was really quite one-sided here, but Mal'Ganis keeps to get banned. What do we have as ban? I think they banned Garrosh as the second ban in the last game. And again, the first pick goes over to them, so they can literally decide, okay, do we want to have that as a first pick, or what are we going to go for here? So bans are going to be more so interesting, I feel, on the side of the Storm Noobs, because I want to see if there's going to be an adjustment. The last time we had the early variant already for Damned United, and they sent out most of the things around that strategy. Deckard Kane, exactly. They banned that out last time, and they do it again. So both of the heroes reflected in game 1, in game 2, Damned United just sticking with their strategy here. And Blaze taken away, so at least no follow-up here. Blaze, of course, getting a bit more value on VOLSKAYA just in general. It's really cool to have him with Bunker, not Combustion, on the checkpoint. And there's Varian again. They go into a really similar build. Now, keep in mind, it's not only that you can go into that Genji and Li Ming style again, but you can also add Tyrande. Oh my god, the second pick Lucio, you gotta be kidding me. What are you doing to me? Lucio, picking him alone is already bad enough, but you picked him in your first rotation? What is wrong with you? Oh. Orphea, on the other hand, I like that a lot more, but boy, Lucio, like, oh my god. You can't be serious. Nearly as bad as Brightwing. Didn't see the Force set coming, didn't see the Kalthas coming. I expected a Genji, Tyrande, Li Ming maybe again. Kalthas and Falstad on spot 2 and 3. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Division 7, by the way, Division 7, so let's see. Ban for the Storm Noobs. I'm not... Okay, yeah, alright, they banned Lily. Okay, cool. Lily gets banned. I was scared of them picking Lily too. Like, Lily would have Lily was a concern. When I saw that draft, I said, boy, if they get Lily, it's over. If they get Lily, then it's just over. They want to probably go into some auto attacker if they want to go Lily. Are we going to maybe see Reyna and they're afraid of that? Medivh is being banned out. But what's happening here for the Storm Noobs? That has to be an auto attacker, right? Like, if you ban Lily, usually the thought process is always like, hey, blinds are OP. So Lily getting banned means to me that we are going to see Jimmy, which in general would have been a great choice. But what else could we have here? Muradin, Carrigan. Alright. Doing it for the Carrigan, fair enough. I'm still looking at that Lucio, and I like, yeah, I have that taste of vomit in the back of my throat when I see that Lucio picture. Like, I don't know what to do with that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, if you commit and you have a good sound barrier, as long as you don't take reverse amp again, which we've seen the other day, then we'll talk from there. Okay, last two picks. White main and Uberak. Okay, those are not as crazy. White main, good heals. Could have seen Alex Straza again actually in this game, but white main, yeah. And Uberak as well. It's a little bit weird for the off lane still. I mean, yeah, you can play the heroes there, but quite. So what do we see as an off laner for the Storm noobs? I mean, this is the play, right? Like, this is the moment of time. Orphea, I like it. They played Orphea in the past, if I'm not mistaken. They go for Nazebo. Okay. Nazebo, Kerrigan, Muradin, and Orphea. Alright, guys. I'm game. That is more of a Division 7 draft than we saw in game number 1. So let's jump in and see if Damned United takes the victory of the Storm Noobs, tie the series, and force game number 3. Game number 2, it is time to shine for the Storm Noobs as they are trying to take down Damned United after a pretty damn one-sided game won on Infernal Shrines. Damned United with Karamdel on white main, Daomega instead of Genji on Kel'Thas going for Convection, Shadow Search for Varian, and we have Leba on Uberak and Beso on Falstad. To the right side on the other hand, Cataclysm on Kerrigan, Rupert on Muradin, Mystica on Orphea, again, we're having Blade on Zebo and Elena on Lucio. So currently the red team deciding to play without a healer. It's an interesting strategy for sure. And let's see how that's going to work out for them. We're having Convection used for Kel'Thas, meaning they're going to try to give their opponent a taste of their own medicine and show them how to do it. Already, the Toads come through. And he goes into the Toad build. Pandemic taken on level 1. Lucio with a maximum tempo, full for the speed boost here. The 5-man brawl in the mid lane, liking it. We've seen Mystica on Orphea before, as I recall, and he did pretty well with that. Season Marksman build for Falstad, going into the auto attack here. And yeah, I'm set for this game. This is way more a draft than I expected than what we've seen in game number 1, which is actually pretty much on the edge of being fairly standard. I'm still a little bit confused as to why Beso went for Falstad. I mean, you have a global, but if they ever wanted to do that, I think going Dehaka might have been the play. You combine a global and an offlaner, because they don't really have a strong offlaner right now. They have at the front line Varian and Uberak, and I'm not quite sure how exactly that's going to pan out for them. That being said, Orphea going into the on point, more of a Shadow Waltz build here. Normally we don't really see that too much. It's just all about the added damage that we're having traditionally for her on follow-ups, on slows and stuns. So let's see how that's going to work out for them. I mean, there is definitely a lot of damage output that they potentially have. Rupert, on the other hand, needs to also make sure that he sets his teammates up with a good Stormbolt, and that's what we're going to be watching out for. The blue team is, from a macro perspective, currently doing what they're supposed to. They're immediately going for their own camp. They're trying to take the turret here, and that's going to be important. Try and make sure that you grab that turret. And we have the same thing over here. 4-man commitment. Everybody is rotating in. Not quite sure if I'm a big fan of leaving that bottom lane alone with experience at this point. But if they transition quickly enough, they won't lose too much. That's 2-3 minions lost. It's not the end of the world. But definitely something that can be optimized a little bit. Okay, so we're having at the same time now in the mid lane. Still the attempt to get additional stacks here for Daomega. And I mean, he actually did pretty well on Genji in the last game. Right now, my question is simply, is he going to be okay on Kel'Thas? Really far out here. If Rupert would have reacted a little bit faster and hit that Stormbolt, I think he might have been in trouble. They might not have gotten the kill, but there's definitely a chance that they would have pushed him low already. If you go Convection on that hero, you need to stay in the back. You need to stay in the back. That is just, like, that's the golden rule there. You can't just move out from that. Kerrigan, by the way, with a Fury of the Swarm taken as a level 1 talent, going straight into the Kinetic Fulmination on level 4. Level 4 talents in general. We have Taunt again for Varian. I like that. I really feel they played well around Taunt. But we're also now seeing the updraft. So a range increase and a shield amount increase that we have for Falstad instead of going into auto attack, leech, anything else. Ooh, very early turret here. Super early turret. Not waiting a second, immediately going for it. Normally you hold that back a bit and try and use that later. But already the setup here against at least a Nubura gets a bit of damage in. Dealing with the beetles, but dropping that early, this turret is not this early is not going to help them all that much. I mean, it all depends for me right now when exactly Kerrigan is going to make her appearance and is trying to land the combo here. The Omega is pushing in really hard here, and alright, they're trying to zone them out, they're going for it, no combo from Kerrigan. Kerrigan without the combo, the damage, and down they go. Kerrigan is dead, and so is Lucio. Rupert on the run, he falls too. It's a triple kill that leads into the game here. Kerrigan only going for one of her skills, not setting the combo up properly. I actually think if she would have executed a combo, they might have been able to take someone down. Especially Khaldor. But yeah, the damage was there right away. The AoE wrecking them. Intercession now on white main for the quick cleanse if needed. The subterranean shield on the Nubarak for the deep dive. And Boomerang being used with the composition here. Trying to get those backline minions even easier. But the fight isn't really over for the first objective. At this point, the Storm Noobs, they still have hope. They still have hope. But here comes the taunt. They're going in again, and oh my god! Both go down. Kerrigan follows shortly after. Nazeebo and Lucio are dead. This is the moment when the Storm Noobs are looking at this and it's like, guys, why didn't we pick a support? Why did we not pick a support? We might have been able to do something there if we only had a support in our composition. So we have 6 kills against 0 already, and KT is just racking the numbers at this point. I mean, he's sitting at 50,000. 15. Every single time we see the big engagement, KT follows it up with a Flame Strike, and he's hitting 2-3 heroes every single time. He's currently sitting at 0 stacks. That seems unlikely. He's in the... Okay, I was just about to say, that seems like a little bit of a bug. And yes, indeed it is. The observer interface not really our friend here because he's currently in the Protector, so it's listed at 0. And talking Protector, whew, baby, down goes Kerrigan. Jumping in, taking her down. Shadow Surge! Is it the counter kill? Nah, it's not. Instead, the Protector is looking for more victims. Elena on the run gets away, at least for now. Lucio dancing on the edges here. But might still fall. No! No! Don't walk into it! You had it, girl! You were right there. No! You don't want to walk into that. I mean, that's a suicide. Like, level 10 for them nearly. And top lane, of course, prepared for the next objective. There's the level 10. Pyroblast, of course. And another biotic emitter is about to be grabbed as we have the blue team going in. And look at that. I am shocked. I am awed. It is the Hinterland Blast that we have for Falstad. Going full in on the damage. Line him up and take him down. Oh boy, that game. Alright, let's take another look at the Khaldor stacks now that he's out of the Protector. We are at 17. 17 for him. 25 stacks already for the Seasoned Marksman, by the way, for Falstad. That ain't too bad at all. And only 7 stacks on the Stormbolt quest. Things are not looking too pretty at this point. I didn't tell you that much. I was thinking maybe the comp is going to be the play. Maybe Kerrigan is going to be amazing, and then we have to follow up with the damage. The Lucio pick made me skeptical. But we are still seeing the play around here. Okay. What's going to happen in the next fight? They need to wait for level 10. It's 1.5 levels away. The lead that we see now for the team in blue is just phenomenal. 8 kills against 0. No 4 down yet. But I mean, both the middle and the top have taken damage. It's not looking too good. And the item situation, that worries me actually. Someone has to take it though. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can't take it. You have a biotic emitter. You can't claim that. That has to be him, yeah. So they have 3 items at this point in time. 2 turrets and a biotic emitter that they can use. And at this point, the Storm Noobs don't want to fight anyways. That is another hit. And Hinterland Blast. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see it? Come on, baby. You want to? No, he doesn't. I mean, you could already tell from a mile away that he's not going to kill him with a Pyroblast here, so I was expecting Falstad to just jump right onto that opportunity to show off and add that, but didn't quite do that. Half a level. There's the completed convection, and now the damage is going to be even tougher. Now, again, they will have level 10 for the top lane fight around the second objective. The problem is that we are very likely going to see level 13 for their opponent. Camp taken on the left here. Bottom lane rotations from 4-5 man the entire time from the red team. And there it is. Okay, okay. At least no reverse amp. No reverse amp. We're seeing the Ravenous Spirit. So, Ravenous Spirit coming in as the play. What else? The Omega Storm. Okay, we're going there. And we have Eternal Feast over the Crimson Jaws. Uh-oh! Oh! And Lucio is down. Fun fact, did you guys know that Lucio is actually not a real hero? He's a big creep. He's a bit of a special creep. Shocking, right? I didn't know that for a long time either. But it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. It's a little bit like a mercenary that plays for your team. So, again, these are hurting. These are hurting. The taunt, and there we go. Hinterland Blast value. Down goes Kerrigan, and Muradin hops away, tries to jump out. 3-level advantage now, 10 against 0. Tough times. Tough times right now. If they can get at any point the Ravenous Spirit into a good position, they might be able to do something against Khaldor or maybe Falstad. There's still a lot of squishies on the other side, but of course it's a bit worrisome. Falstad, by the way, is still in the middle. He's still pushing out. He's waiting to use the global at this point. So he's just waiting for a chance. Lucio dead at the top, and Pyroblast onto Rupert, straight to the face, is singeing him. Mystica goes down to 13 kills against 0. That is not a fair fight that we're seeing here. That's the reckoning as we're having in Division 7 Damned United playing and outclassing the Storm Noobs. Omega nearly falling to the fort, by the way, just saying. But the objective is, of course, now heavily in favor of the blue team. They're going to get that eventually. Shadow Surge was already looking to taunt Blade again, and they're going in. They want Nazeebo, and they're getting him as well. Nazeebo is down 14 kills against 0. At this point, the question is more so, are the Storm Noobs going to get a kill or not? Shadow Walls being used, was highly spec'd into by Orphea. They're having trouble just deciding on a target and following through with it. I mean, they have a lot of heroes that could, you know, have some synergy here. If you lead with a Stormbolt, Kerrigan gets a combo off, and then you get Orphea in with damage, Ravenous Spirit. The coordination is key. And currently, let's just face it, the blue team is just way more coordinated than what we're seeing from the Storm Noobs. They're having some trouble just executing that properly, and that's their biggest issue. The Protector goes for the fort at the top lane. Now, it's an interesting choice to go all the way across the map to the bottom lane fort instead of taking a keep. But here comes the Ravenous Spirit, and they're about to get a kill. Protected, by the way, but Shadow Surge is about to go down, and he dies. So does Whitemane. A 2-for-1 trade right now, but not for long. Here comes the... Oh, the barrel roll! Haha! Level 4 talent value, but Muradin gets him! And the bird gets plucked. Lucio and Kerrigan die as well. It's a 3-for-3 trade with a Protector here, and damn, all of a sudden the Storm Noobs showing some teeth. Now, this Protector, by the way, has still not taken the fort down here and is very unlikely to get it too. But then again, Mystica is already trying to take it down, chomping away. And now we have Dao Omega. They're actually trying to get him. Where is that Stormbolt when you need it? Right there. Mystica is trying to close the gap and gets cocooned immediately. Lebo with a safe play, making sure that little Orphea is just getting rolled around down here. Alright, didn't really do too much for her. Again, 3-level disadvantage, but they were able to get the kills. That's actually a win for them. Even trade this many levels down. Yep, that's a win for you, right there. Now with level 16, of course, that situation is slightly going to change, because Fury of the Sunwell is going to make Khaldor even more of a beast. We're having Ice Block for Nazeebo, healing... I mean, the 13 talents are great for the red team, don't get me wrong. Those are powerful talents that they have now. But it doesn't change the fact that they're far behind in experience, that they have lost 2 forts. Didn't lose the lower one, but the item advantage is now going over to their opponent again. Elena, you shouldn't really take the lead here. That didn't work in the past. And again, they go for him. But nice move with the zombie wall, actually. That's a great zombie wall. The shotgun, oh, does the damage. Sound barrier is perfect. Great play here. But Lucio still falls. Anubarak dies too, though, and he's not the only one. They're trying to get more. They're going for Karamdel, and they take down Whitemane. Muradin falls as well. Varian jumps in, drops Kerrigan, and they are not done. They're going for the taunt. And Blade runs away. Ice blocks the Pyroblast. Pro level plays right there. 4 kills against 3. But people are dying now on both sides. That's what matters. There's people dying on both sides. We have 21 kills against 6, 13 minutes into the game. And yeah, let's go YOLO. FOUNDRY, by the way, getting massive value out of the Hinterland Blast, just saying. He's currently sitting at 26,000 damage. We're going to take a look at his season marksman stacks in a second. They prepped the camp a little bit earlier here. What happened here? Where did Khaldor die? Somehow Blade took Khaldor down single-handedly. Didn't even look at that. But that means that we have with 51,000 damage, still Khaldor as the highest damage dealer in the game. But he now has a death as well. Orphea with 33,000 damage. And there's a comeback coming. I can smell it. I can smell it. 21 against 17. Look at those levels. They're closing the distance. Let's take a quick look at those stacks. Nearly 50 stacks on fall stats auto attacks. That is rough. It's definitely rough going here. 12 storm bolts so far have hit home. It's not too much. But yeah, another point. This is actually an even fight in talents. This is an even talent fight that we're having right now. I'm not sure what Kerrigan is doing at the top lane though. That's the one thing that concerns me a little bit. You need to go down there. Alright, Kerrigan is on the move. It's another 10 seconds. She has a bit of time. No rush. Just make sure that you're on the way. That's all that we're asking here. Alright, Kerrigan starts to move in. Has catapults on both lanes now, but can't really do anything about it. That catapult you might have been able to take down, but if you win the fight, you can still send someone mid lane. They're trying to wrap around here. Alright, Mystica is sitting in the bush. Varian goes in deep. Where's that Stormbolt when you need it? Misses the Stormbolt. And Mystica is about to go down. Lucio falls first, as he does so often. Down goes Orphea, and that is looking bad. But Kerrigan tries to get a couple of plays in against Beso, but the charge of Varian ends that dream immediately. Kerrigan down, Murden and Blade are still alive here. But that Pyroblast could be the end of that. Actually, he's probably going to survive this. Hops away, buys himself a little bit more time, and yes, survives through it, but still 3 heroes have fallen. Lucio is just having a tough time here. A very tough time. And yeah, let's double check real quickly the stats. 7 deaths on Kerrigan. 8 deaths on Lucio. And he is just getting eaten alive, as Lucio's in the morning when you have a healthy breakfast. Shadow Surge and his boys, on the other hand, they're closing on a level 20 right now. They really want to have their Storm Talents, and we're going to see them with another Protector in this game. Or do we? Because we're actually seeing them fight back. There's another 5-man attempt to go straight down to the bottom left and see if they can maybe still win the Protector here or get a kill. Protected on Varian for a second. 5-man. This is the moment. This is the time. 99%. The jump in. Contested. And here's the approach. Who goes in? Khaldor. Can they drop him here? Turret already on the ground, gets immediately getting focused. Turret is down, and Lucio again being attacked, and they go down. Kerrigan, Nazebo both fall. Lucio a little bit late on that sound barrier, with 2 already dead and 1 cocooned. The engage that we see from Damned United is just a bit too strong. Karim Dell in the back with the ult, trying to keep himself alive. Another taunt, this time against Orphea. Mystica goes down. Elena and Rupert, the only survivors, and they are still fighting. But Lucio is falling, and now Muradin is all alone, trying to 1v5. It's not happening. He dies as well. It's a team wipe. Level 20, 29 kills against 7, and we see the third Protector for the blue team. Definitely outclassing Storm Noobs a bit with their engages in this. So far they did actually really well. The charge in from Varian followed immediately by Anubrak diving in as well. He has on level 16 now the epicenter. That of course makes that even more so painful. And then we have the follow-up right away with a great flame strike on the side of Khaldor. And that damage mitigation comes too late. Lucio just a bit too late on that ult. Can't get the sound barrier through. Everybody is stacked up, and that is just too much to handle for the Storm Noobs as the Protector moves in, and we are going to see a 2-0 victory for Damned United as they are taking heroes down. They go for the 30 kills, they get them, and they go for the core as well. Protector is not going to stop here. 37 kills in the game, and this is GG as Damned United takes the victory with a 2-0.